So for today's I do, we're still working with function notation. So this is our second lesson on function notations. We are just going to be showing it in a different way than previous. So we're just working with one function and one input and getting the output, and it's a done deal. Whatever we got was our answer. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're actually given two functions, two inputs, and then using an operation to find this. So if we're looking at this right here, it says given the function f of x or s of x equals 1 half x plus 4 and t of x equals negative 5x minus 6, what is the value of s of 4 plus t of 10? So that function, that s function, what would happen if the input was 4? That output plus the t function, the t of x, with the input being 10, whatever that output is. So here we're talking about um, output, the output for this plus the output for this will give us our final answer. So just a little bit different answer. It's just going to be a little bit different. And we're still going to be doing the same exact thing. We're just having a little added step. I'm going to write the function over here. We have s of x equals 1 half x plus 4. And then we have, I'll do it in a different color. We'll do it in blue. T of x equals negative 5x minus 6. First, what we need to do is we need to put our inputs in there. And I'm going to work one function at a time. When you get a lot more comfortable, you could kind of work each step separately or together. Again, it's no rush, so I would just work one function at a time. So I'm erasing my inputs for this s function, and I will be putting in the inputs of 4. So input of 4 and 4. Well, all I have to do now is bring this down. So we have s of 4 equals 1 half times 4. 1 half times 4 just means 0.5 times 4, or whatever half of 4 is. And we know that is 2. So this is going to be 2 plus 4, which is very, very simple. This gives us 6. So we know that with the input s of 4, we get 6. So if we get the input of 4, we get the output of 6. Let's work on this function right over here. I'm going to erase those little x's, and I'm going to put the input of 10 in there. 10 right here, 10 right here. Going to bring this down. T of 10 equals this right here. Negative 5 times 10 is negative 50 minus 6. And just going through here, instead of having to just bring it down, negative 50 minus 6 is negative 56. So here, T of 10 gives us the output of negative 56. Well, from here, we still have one step to do. I'm going to erase this so you don't get confused with these circles. From here, we want to know this. Again, we are going to underline our question, but this is what is the value of s of 4 plus t of 10. All I need to do is add these two numbers together, because s of 4 is 6 plus t of 10 negative 56 if we put this in, 6 plus negative 56 will give us the answer of 50. So given this function, given those two functions, and then two inputs, and then adding those two inputs together, we would get the answer 50. Now they are two separate functions. It's not like the information that we used last year when we were given two equations and we had to find which ones were equal, which one had both of them set equal. So like solving for x with the variables on both sides. This isn't that. This is two separate functions, and then we get the inputs. From there, we get our outputs or our range, and then we added them together because that's what it told us to do. What if it said, let's multiply it? Well, then you would multiply 6 and negative 56. What if it told us to do division or subtraction? That's where you just have to make sure you know what you're doing with the outputs. This one specifically told us to add, other ones may not. So just pay attention to that. Make sure you're still taking it step by step. This isn't a race. Take it step by step, take it as slowly as possible if needed. Other than that, this will end our I do section of our function notations. If you still have any further questions or need any further practice or need any small group, please contact your teacher.